everybody. Welcome to this wonderful lecture demonstration which has dance demos within it. It's our fifth time and we're thrilled to be here, although it's virtual, which of course we prefer to do it live. Today we have a wonderful thing for you for a whole hour and 5 minutes, and we're going through the whole history of the migration of the Spanish people from a certain area in Spain in the south, where flamenco came from. Throughout, they migrated into South America, Central America, and into New Jersey, which is where our final destination is today. So I want to begin with telling about the first dance. It's called the Rosieras. This dance is Celtic. It comes from the north of Spain. It has drums and fifes and pipes, and it's the forerunner of the now very famous Sevillanas. After that, our wonderful lecturer, Dr. Marlies, will be starting with her story, which began many hundreds of years ago, and she will continue throughout this whole journey with interruptions of dances and me interrupting to tell you about how this all came about and how the migrations finally came into New Jersey. So and after that, we have a beautiful song called Tres Morillas. It's about three women from Jaén. Jaén is just north of Granada. Well, these women had to convert to Christianity because that was just before the reconquest of Granada, which was where the Moors had their last fight, big battle. So after that, we're going to have a lovely dancer, Teresita. I call her the flamenquita. She will be doing soleá. Soleá comes from the word soledad, which means loneliness. And this comes from Cadiz. And later on, we have Pedro Jimenez. Now, he comes directly. He was born in Cadiz, and he came into the States a couple of years ago. So he's going to talk about his childhood and how he became involved with playing the guitar and flamenco. He's also a wonderful singer. All right, so I'm going to sit back because I'll come back later on and talk you through the next dances. All right? Adios for now.
evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Mirta Barea Marlies, and I am Chair and Professor of the Department of World Languages and Cultures at Monmouth University. I am here this evening to be your historical narrator of this tour from Andalusia to New Jersey. This historical presentation examines the direct migration of Spaniards from Andalusia to New Jersey, as well as the impact that Andalusia has had in the Western world of Spanish America, from which many migrated to New Jersey as well. Let's examine the maps. Andalusia is in the southernmost region of Spain, part of southern Europe across from the Atlantic Ocean of New Jersey. And coincidentally, as my Alborada friend Maria pointed out, if we turn the map of Andalusia sideways, it resembles New Jersey in shape. The area consists of a beautiful coastline with sandy beaches where Spaniards and tourists alike enjoy long summer days and brilliant nights. The territory is divided into 8 provinces: Almería, Cádiz, Córdoba, Granada, Huelva, Jaén, Málaga, and Sevilla. Its capital is the city of Seville. Historically, the peninsula had invaders from the north, the east, and the south. The Celts are important for our historical tour because of the cultural contributions to the peninsula, one being the Rosieras, the beautiful dance that you have just witnessed. Important to note is that the Celtic tribes migrated, not invaded, the Iberian Peninsula from about 1000 to 300 BC. The first wave of Celts established themselves in Catalonia, the eastern coastal area of the Iberian Peninsula, and entered by way of the Pyrenees Mountains. This is the area, and here are the Pyrenees. In 466 AD, the Visigoths came in from the north and took over the peninsula until the Moorish invaders came in from the south and started to take over the peninsula from Africa. Most fascinating about Andalusia is that 3 cultures existed together for centuries. The influence of Jewish and Muslim populations can be seen in the culture and the language of Andalusia. Arabic words still exist in the Spanish lexicon today, with 4,000 Arabic words and Arabic-derived phrases. At the same time, we had the Judeo-Spanish, or Sephardic language that was used and is still spoken today in New Jersey. The Spanish occupation by the Moors began in 711 AD, when an African army crossed the Strait of Gibraltar from northern Africa and invaded the Iberian Peninsula, then under the Visigoths. The name Andalusia is derived from the Arabic word al-Andalus, which they called this area of the peninsula. Almost immediately after the Moors invaded Andalusia, the Reconquista, or the reconquest, began in northern Spain in Covadonga. The Battle of Covadonga, at around about 718, was a battle fought by King Pelayo against the Visigoths, and he defeated the Muslim army in this city of Covadonga, in this section of Asturias, in very north of Spain. Over the next several hundred years, the Christians and the Moors would battle from the north all the way down to the south, until finally the Reconquista ended in 1492, when Ferdinand and Isabel, the Catholic kings, conquered Granada, the last city to be overtaken. It took 781 years for this to happen, to go from the north to the south. Under Moorish rule, the cities in Andalusia showed a flourishing of learning and culture where Muslims, Jews, and Christians lived in interfaith tolerance of one another. The cities of Cadiz, Cordoba, Granada, and Seville were centers of knowledge and prosperity. In 1469, Isabel, heir to Castile, the kingdom of Castile, and Ferdinand, heir to the kingdom of Aragon, they married, which unites the peninsula with two of the most powerful states.
Hi everyone, I'm Juan Pedro Jimenez. I'm a flamenco singer and guitarist. I was living in USA for three years now. I was born in a little city in Spain, in the south. It's called Cadiz. And I grew up in Vejeres, a little town near to Cadiz. And there in the south of Spain, where the flamenco was born, everybody, when celebrate holidays, get together and usually sing dance and play flamenco. My parents used to go to Peña Flamenca. Peña is in Andalusia. It's a group of friends that they get together to celebrate holidays, and at the end of the night, always they took a guitar, start to singing, playing, and dancing flamenco. Yeah, I remember that I was always listening. I took a seat around the grown-up people and listen the songs. I like it. No? Then in Cadiz is in Carnival. We celebrate Carnival with costumes, but we represent a character, and then we sing in groups, in little groups of 12 or 15 people. We sing about that character, that costume. You know? We create songs with guitars, little percussions, and all the people sing in Carnival. No? The little people, the kids, the teenagers, everyone sings in Carnival. That is normally that the musics in Carnival is very close to the flamenco. No? Then you start to learn some techniques playing flamenco, some techniques singing. When you grow up singing and playing and listen to music, you at the end you love that music. No? And that's what happened to me in flamenco. And 3 years ago I came here to the United States, and I started to work in a few tablaos flamenco all around the 3-state area, and I'm very happy to be here because in the United States the people love flamenco. There are many people dancing, singing, and playing flamenco, and it's a big community in New York and all around the United States. That's why I love being here and sharing my way to express the flamenco that I learned when I was a little boy. Now I'm gonna play sing some songs of flamenco. It's called Bulerías. Amarilla y conoera, amarilla y conoera, no le preguntes qué tiene, que está